Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Alright, so for the first song that we're gonna check out today, it's actually in the NESCAFÉ basement.
I like Nescafe. I don't drink coffee though.
Which is actually pretty awesome because I think that if you wanted to embody the best idea of music itself, it's definitely, when it comes to the Pakistani music industry, has to be live. Like that is when I feel like it encapsulates the best of the magic of Pakistani music. But obviously the songs are for dramas and telenovelas, like we say it in South America. So I'm interested to see what your opinions would be of this version too.
Maybe we can also... I like guessing sometimes. Plot lines, we like doing that. So maybe we'll get some right guesses, some wrong guesses, based only on the music.
I doubt it. Well, it'd be too broad.
But we'll check out lyrics though.
Yes, correct.
It's a tabla.
NESCAFÉ Basement, Season 4.
I want to be one of those voices. But my
Ooh,
voice is
look,
like
we're
that.
matching. Oh. It's just the cinematography in this freaking studio. It's out of this world.
Tu Mera Nahin. Rizvan Anwar.
Anwar. That's beautiful.
Ooh, this seems familiar.
That's freaking beautiful. What do you mean?
Mera Nahin. Ah, nice.
That's so good.
Ah. Oh, nice choice with the 16s. Nice splash.
Okay, I adore the alternative rock influences here. They're like there's this idea of like it's nostalgic, but it's also like somber. That's what I feel it is. It's somber music. So whatever the plot line is in the music in the story itself, it's definitely gonna have a dark edge to it, and I like that.
Or immense consequence.
Or ginormous dramatic love story.
Or huge
Yes?
personalities.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone's gonna get shot. That's my guess.
Actually, that wouldn't be
Any
too far-fetched.
telenovela ever from back home. Everyone always gets. You can guess 3 things. Someone's gonna get slapped, get called a liar. A descarado though. A descarado. That's what. Descarado. You know what that means? Like lack of grace or something. What does that mean?
No, actually, it means descarado.
It's like double.
Shameless. You're shameless.
It's like you had the audacity.
Yeah.
Bah! And then they slap you. Or someone's gonna fall down the stairs. Anyways, go on.
Purposefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a splash. Shut up.
Such a good integration of the tabla. Who's the other vocalist? Oh, she's singing that.
The backing vocalist sat down.
The guitarist is also singing. The chord progression is beautiful.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Always reminds me of August Rush. Very nice, man.
The dynamics are brilliant. This is what I mean about the magical. Ooh, it's so good. That is fantastic.
Their awareness of dynamics is incredible.
That's what I mean, that they really encapsulate magic in this environment. Hard entrances.
Now that snare sounds nice. Nahin.
So cool. So great.
Great. Oh my god, what the fuck?
There's no rush, no need to end it. It's freaking brilliant.
I have to be honest, some of my favorite compositions and the ones that I find myself listening to the most, I don't know what the ending is.
No, me neither. I think it's
Imagine
just
saying play
credits.
again.
Just the credits roll.
Some of the compositions I find myself listening to the most and sort of enjoying the most to review. I mean, essentially, they're quite difficult to review. A lot of these NESCAFÉ productions, Coke Studios being another one of them, because they're sort of so continuous and so complex that you want to obviously. I'm sure there's going to be people that are hearing this for the first time watching the podcast, and there's others that have been familiarized with it. So you kind of want to have somewhat of an experience, of a listening experience. Hence why we do it in the podcast rather than individual videos, because in those ones we really like to go deep, as a lot of you guys know.
Yeah.
But they're difficult to review for that case. But also there's so much I want to say. But also these are the compositions that I find myself listening to the most, especially the Pakistani ones, because they seem to have a deep connection with alternative music in comparison to any other parts of the world.
Yes. There's an easier transition between Pakistani folkloric music and alternative rock.
They seem to have, maybe perhaps that's not even the case, but it seems that they have sided more towards that edge.
I also do think that there is some similarity to the Indian music industry too, as well as how easy it is to progress from folkloric music into alternative rock.
Whoa.
And why is it? I always question it. Why is it though? Why is it that it's easier to fusion it with alternative rock, because the rhythms are quite easy to translate into that of alternative rock. It's an easier edge, completely true. But they maintain the melodics, but the tension is also there. It's prevalent, but it's not crushing tension either. You know what I mean? It's intense.
Sort of the same as like Bangladeshi music. We just did a podcast on Bangladeshi music,
Yes.
and obviously there is like the connection of Bangla, the state of Bangla, and the music industry also plays a part to that. I mean, Egypt has music in Bangla and Shrea as well. So it's in Bangladeshi music. That's also the case. They seem to also lean as well towards alternative. I think Pakistan seems to lean more towards alternative rock, especially if you look at bands like, what's the band that Atif Aslam used to be a part of?
Oh, yeah. Wait.
That was kind of we just put Atif Aslam.
Yeah, I'll do
band?
that. Atif Aslam. Oh, band.
Yeah, I forget the name. Jal. That's
Jal.
it. Jal. Which is a pop rock band.
Translates to water
Water.
from the language Urdu.
I see. But essentially, a lot of the things they did, it was rock.
Strings, Efra. Also, people related to strings. That's another alternative rock band as
Right.
well from the same era, from like the early 2000s.
I see. So, calling them a pop rock band is kind of questionable from Wikipedia, but also everyone can edit Wikipedia. But they're a bit more of a rock band, alternative rock, actually. And they do have some pop rock hits. It's just, you
Well,
call
I
them
think-
rock because it's popular, how sort of popular their stuff became.
Exactly.
It's just pop in the more traditional sense. It's always been translated to, what would you call it? Music that...
Franchised music.
Yeah, big corp, basically. You know, but yeah, so it's really interesting. Maybe if you look at it from a sort of more literal translation or literal meaning, if you look at the word alternative, right? Maybe that's what happens. It is the alternate of rock and indie.
Correct.
So maybe this is why it's
Meeting in
easier
the middle.
for them to transition into this, because it's not sort of folk.
But you see, I would see an easier. Again, bear with me here. I would find an easier transition to, for example, indie folk.
No.
You see, because the folkloric Pakistani music, it's leans towards the indie folk aspect of it more than it does to alternative rock.
Yeah, well, in India you get the complete opposite, right? They lean much towards
Indie folk, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I guess Lucky Ali is a bad example because he is really just the personification of indie.
Correct.
It's amazing that, yeah, they seem to lean more towards that. I guess like Punjab is a good example of that, right? Like Punjabi music, it seems to lean more towards its roots,
Yes.
and a specific sound. But
It grew towards the dance aspect of it, though.
yeah, a lot of things have to fucking come out of Punjab state as well.
Yes.
I was learning about it. But in Pakistan, it's very intriguing. Obviously, there's lots of influences and historical music lines that are connected to the whole continent. But yeah, it seems we listen to the out of South Asia. If we were to replay a specific song, it seems to be from Pakistani.
And especially studio live sessions.
Yeah.
Which I find incredibly fascinating. Again, like I said at the beginning, I think it encapsulates the best magic. When it's done live, especially in these environments that are tailor-made for that.
Talk about that. There is